Montessori developed a philosophy that says that each child is unique and an individual, and that we need to accommodate their needs.
Maria Montessori was a doctor, a trained physician, who observed children that had special needs, that were in psychiatric facilities. And through observing these children, people thought that these were wild children. And by observing them, she realized it's not that they're wild, it's they're starved for wanting to work with materials.
Maria Montessori's conclusion in 1907? Unruly, problematic children are simply bored, acting out because they crave stimulation. But giving them things to do to engage their minds not only improved behavior, but more importantly, it improved their learning. With a little guidance and a healthy, stimulating environment, children can take control of their own learning.
We set up the environment, and the directress guides the child to the lessons. She then presents the lesson and lets them work on the lesson at their own pace. It's very important through that work, working with materials, having the time to sit and work however long they need to, because some children might come in and work for hours on one thing and no one disturbs them. Rather than be told, you've got 15 minutes to finish this, now we're going to the next thing. It's better for them to feel successful at what they're doing.
Montessori believed learning happens through all 5 senses, sensorial experience. She called it the absorbent mind. So she developed special materials to actively challenge young minds and bodies, using touch and smell, sight and sound and taste, physically experiencing and manipulating objects to gain understanding. But Montessori has highly developed rules on how to use each of those materials in order to learn from them. Watch here as the teacher in this Montessori school directs a child through specific steps of a lesson in comprehending solid geometric shapes.
Solids. This is a cube. Feel it. Anadel, this is a cone. We put all in here. You think it's a cube. This is a cube. Yes.
Montessori educators say they show children how to teach themselves to read by teaching the sounds of letters first instead of the names of letters. This is done with innovative materials called sandpaper letters, which adds tactile experience to the sight and sound of the alphabet.
We're going to practice some sounds today.
This is T. Can you trace the T? This is ah. Can you trace the ah? This is mm. T. And this is T. Ah. Mm.
Let's say
Ah. Mm. T. An. T. An. T. An.
Many of the Montessori materials are color-coded to represent certain meanings or values. Watch here as color-coded pieces are used to convey mathematical concepts.
What is this, Annabelle?
units.
Units. What is this?
10 bars.
Tens. What is this? Hundreds. What is this? Thousands. We have this addition here. How many units do we have here?
5.
Can you please put 5 units? How many tens we have to add?
4.
4. Can you please do this one now? Do you think you can do it by yourself? Okay, do it by yourself.
Montessori schools for young children also emphasize learning practical skills.
The practical life area is about caring for their environment, taking care of washing tables, learning how to roll up carpets or moving tables or putting their chairs back underneath the table, and caring for themselves, learning how to button their clothes, learning how to tie their shoes, learning how to blow their nose, all of those things.
In Montessori schools, children are encouraged to work independently, charting their own course of learning. This independence helps them to develop their inner compass, what psychologist Albert Bandura calls their self-regulatory capacity. They can freely choose what they're interested in, but only from the special materials provided for them, readily available, displayed in the open where children can get them when they want to.
It's whatever interests them. If they want to pull out a puzzle and learn about the world, then they pull out the puzzle and we sit down and we guide them on how to do those puzzles.
And they must completely work through the steps of the specially designed lesson each material is intended to illustrate. You usually find children of different ages and abilities placed together in a single Montessori school classroom. Children like to learn from one another and teach one another.
That's the beauty of having the mixed age, is that the younger ones so love to be taught by the older child.
Now she wants you to find the clown.
There are tremendous advantages. We all learn more by teaching than we do by being taught.
You don't want to apologize? You don't want to say, I'm sorry? Okay, shake hands. You're friends again, okay?
The Montessori environment is a carefully prepared and controlled one. Individual rugs define individual workspaces. And at lunchtime, each child has their own table placemat. Children learn routines, such as bells signaling a time for outdoor play or lunch. Notice the furniture. It's child-sized. Everything in a Montessori classroom is child-sized. It may seem unremarkable now, but sizing the furniture to fit the children was a Montessori innovation. Children learning independently, from sensory experience, using specially designed materials and a defined set curriculum. These are hallmarks of the Montessori method of early childhood education.